Audio check. So we'll be starting or covering today LRDI mix 4. It will have questions which are combination of quant, basically DI and reasoning. These are the kind of sets we see more and more in CAT. We'll wait for a minute for more people to join. Let us start the session. So on the screen, you have a set. There are 2 questions currently on the screen. Question 1 and question 2. And there are 2 more questions on the next slide. So don't worry about this. So you have close to 6 minutes for solving both sets. Go ahead. Start. Six minutes for 2 questions. Start. Read everything from the first word till the last word. Summarize. Decide what representation are you going to follow. Are you going to create a table? Or in that table, what are going to be rows and columns? Is data missing anywhere? Read and decide these things and start solving. Your 6 minutes are almost up. Comment your answers. So if you notice, or if you have observed by now, it is a purely calculation based set. There are 4 questions in it, 2 right now on the screen and 2 on the next screen. So you need to get into the habit and decide if this is something that you're going to solve or not based upon the reading from here till here. A study to look at early learning of rural kids was carried out in a number of villages spanning 3 states. काम की बात है 3 states. Chosen from northeast, west and south. 50 4-year-old kids each were sampled from each village, each of the 150 villages of northeast, 250 villages from west and 200 villages from east on the south. So we know how many villages are being sampled in each region, and we know there are 50 students in each region or each village. It was found that of the 30,000 surveyed kids, 55% studied in primary schools run by government, G, 37 in private schools, P, while remaining 8% did not go to school. So basically, I'm going to divide students who are going to government, private, and not going to school, or let us call it open school. They are learning from life. The kids surveyed were further divided into 2 groups based upon whether their mothers dropped out of school before completing primary education or not. The table below gives the number of kids in different type of schools for mothers who dropped out of school before completing primary. This is where the mothers dropped out. So there will be another table. There will be another table in which mothers completed primary education. So again, I will need same 3 regions total: government, public, open, total. So I'm going to need one more table like this. I'm going to require one more table like this. Then hints are: in S, 60% of the kids surveyed were in G. Moreover, in S, all the surveyed kids whose mother completed primary education were in school. In Northeast, among the O kids, 50% had mothers who had dropped out before completing primary education. So here many people will feel overwhelmed कि बहुत सारा data है, mothers are completing education, children are dropping out, children are completing education, so a lot of data is there. So you slow down and break it down into smaller chunks. First question is, what percentage of S were in P? So a direct calculation based question. Among the kids in W whose mothers had so on, what is not? So again, a question with definite answers. So I'll categorize this set so far as A. A is abhi kar lo, easy set. Now here, up to this point, information is same. It is the same case, let's same data. But in a follow-up survey, same kids 2 years later, something new was found. Some new data is given. And you see, in a follow-up survey, 2 years later, it was found that kids were in school of the kids and so on, so on. You see, the language is same. So this means if you manage to solve question number 3, there is no reason why you cannot solve 4. 3 and 4 are linked. They are connected. They have same information, same data. This is Earlier days when there used to be 32 questions in LRDI, there used to be 8 sets of 4 questions each. So to make the set easier, 2 of the questions were linked. So you can answer both. You cannot answer either of these. So still I will categorize this as type A set. It's not a heavy level set because all I have to do is complete tables. Once I have completed tables, I'll have all my answers. So let us try and complete the table. So give it a try. If you have already done so, very good. If not, give it a try. This is the table of whom? This is the table of children whose mothers dropped out. Mothers dropped out. Dropped out. And this is the table for whom? Mothers completed primary education. So you divide everything in 2 parts. So let us focus on numbers now. Here it says, there were 50 kids in every school that were sampled. There are 150 villages and 50 children in every school. So 50 into 150 is 7,500. Out of those 7,500, 5,000 people are here. There should be 2,500 children here. Because either their mothers completed their primary education or they did not. The total value must match on both sides. What does the number say for second? There are 250 villages in West. What is 250 into 50? It is 12,500. Out of that, I already have 7,300. Don't make silly mistakes. It will cost you 12,500 minus 7,300. 5,200. Use calculators if you have to. 5,200 children will be here. The third one, South Zone. We have how many schools? 200 schools. 200 into 50, 10,000. I need there to be 10,000 people. This is 5,700. Subtract from 10,000. There should be 4,300 people here. Now, if there are 18,000 children here, there must be 12,000 children here. How do you know this, sir? Total number of children surveyed is 30,000. So hold your nerve. Don't panic. Don't be in a haste. Slow down. Up to this point, we have used all the data. I have managed to fill the last column, total children in Northeast whose mothers completed their education, primary education, West, South, and total. Now I need to go for these numbers. What is this number? Among the surveyed kids, 55% studied in primary school by government. So government school children are these children and also these children. So these two combined should be 55%. So your job now is to find out 55% of 30,000. 55% of 30,000 is 16,500. This number and this number, government school should be 16,500. So when I subtract, I should have here 3,000 children. I should have 3,000 people on the right side. 3,000 people on the right side. Here we have 37% people in private schools. So what is 37%? 37% of 30,000 is 11,100. This number and this number combined should be 11,100. So if I perform a subtraction, I should have 8,400 children here. All I am doing is matching the information, matching the data given to me through percentage and values. 8% of the children must be outside the school, out of the school. What is 8% of 30,000? That is 2,400. this number, and this number must add up to 2400, 600. So far, we have managed to read and use all this information, so we don't have to go back anymore. You can use calculators for faster calculation. You can rely on your own multiplication, addition, subtraction for faster calculation, but you need to fill the table fast. Now let us go to these information, these data sets in S. When it says S, it means this and this both. This S and this S both. 60% of surveyed kids were in G. Now see, how many kids are there in S? There are 10,000 kids in S. What is 60% of 10,000? It should be 6,000. So we have just been told in southern zone there need to be 6,000 kids in government schools. There are already how many kids? 5,100. So there must be 900 kids here in the government school. Furthermore, moreover, in S, all the surveyed kids whose mothers completed primary education were in school. So if the mother has completed primary education, they must be in school. That means there can be no child outside the school. This is what the data for mothers completing primary education. In S, if the mother has completed primary education, the child has to be in school. तो बाहर कौन रहेगा? Nobody. So now that means this is 900, this is 4,300. There is nobody outside the school. So 3,400 students must be in private schools. All I did is I subtracted this 900 from this. So I get 3,400 children. They must be in the private schools. So I have completely used this data. Done with this. In Northeast, among O kids, who are the O kids? Northeast, these are the O kids, and these will also be the O kids, kids who are outside the school, who are not studying. 50% had mothers who dropped out of school before completing primary education. So these kids whose mother dropped out are 50%. That means this will be the other 50%. These kids, 300 kids whose mother dropped out, are actually 50%, are 50%. So 50% should be here. This number and this number is equal. By telling you it is 50%, we have told you they are equal. Now you see vertical calculation here. You look at vertical numbers, total 600, 300 here. This is 0. This must be 300. By logic, I need to have 600 students outside the school. There are 0 students here. There must be 300 here as well. So I have used this data completely. The number of kids in G in Northeast is same as number of kids in G in West. Number of kids in G in Northeast is same as number of kids in G in West. See, already these numbers are equal. These numbers are equal. I want listen to this. I want addition of this number and this number to be equal to this number and this number. I want 4200 plus k here, 4200 plus k here. Because these numbers are already equal on left side, they will be equal on the right side as well. This is 900 out of 3000. So these two are 2100. Equally divided is 1050, 1050. Because they're already equal, the kids in government school are already equal on the left side. I need to make them equal also on the right side. Now, if I subtract 1000 from this, I'll have 1500. If I subtract 300 from that, I will have 1200. If I subtract 50, I will have 1150 from that. Just plus minus. If I subtract 1000 from here, I will have 4200. 40 200 minus 300, 3900 minus 50. 3900 minus 50 is 3850. So our table is complete. Roughly speaking, with all calculations done, you will not take more than 4 minutes for this table to complete with reading and everything. 4 minutes is enough time to complete this table. I have to explain you. I have to move between numbers. I have to draw arrows. I have to highlight things. In exam, you're not explaining anyone. So maintain some pace. Confirmation on you have been able to keep up with the table. Confirmation that the table part is clear, so we can move on to answering a few questions. So let us answer a few questions. Here, what percentage of kids in S were studying in P? In private school, what percentage of students of S are there? First of all, how many students were there in S? If you remember, the number of students were 10,000. Look at this number on the right side. There were 10,000 students in S. 10,000. Out of these, how many are there in P? There are 300 people here. There are 3,400 people here. So 3,700 people are studying in private schools. So as a percentage, what is that? 0.00000 gone. 37%. Once you complete the table, you have this answer shouting at you, I'm here, mark me. A very straightforward question. What percentage of students in S were studying in P? There are 10,000 students in S and there are 3,700 students in private. Among those kids in W whose mothers completed primary education. This is the part where mothers completed primary education. This is the part. How many were not in school? So these are the kids. These are the kids who are in W, kids in W, whose mothers have completed primary education, but they are out of the school. There are 300 kids who are out of the school, whose mothers have completed primary education. Once you read the information given to you in paragraphs, you realize you are going to need two tables with same information, three zones, three types of schools: government, private, and outside or open, and total for all. Once you realize this, once you start forming the table, start filling the data, your answers are ready. Now, this one, you guys give it a try first. Give it a shot. A new information has been presented. In a follow up, something is going on. In a follow up, something new is being considered. What is the new information presented here? If you observe, what is the question saying? A new follow up is there. In a follow up survey of the same kids 2 years later. When you say same kids, these two tables are still relevant. They are being asked new questions. It was found that all the kids were now in school. Of the kids who were not in school earlier, these kids, these 2400 kids, they were not in school earlier. Now they are also back into school. Of the kids who were not in school earlier, in one region, we do not know which region, one region, 25% were in G now, whereas rest were in P. In second region, all the kids that were in G now, while the third region, 50% of such kids had now joined G, while rest had joined P. As a result, in all three regions put together, 50% of the kids who were earlier outside the school had joined G. Whereas it was also seen that no surveyed kid had changed the schools. So they are not going to change school from private to general or government to private or private to government. No. People who are outside the school, they are being told that they must either select a government school or a private school, and the information is being hidden from you. How is it being hidden from you? Listen to this. Region wise, in some region, in one particular region, 25% are going to G. Out of these, one region, we do not know which region, 25% are going to G, others are going to P. In one region, in one of the regions, in second region, which one we do not know, all the kids went to G. People who are outside the school, all of them went to G. And in third region, 50-50 was distributed between G and P. As a whole, listen to this is very important. As a whole, as a result, in all three regions put together, 50% kids who were outside the school had joined G. If 50 had joined G or government school, so we can say 50 had joined P. Now see, I'm going to apply trial error. Northeast, west, south. There are 300 students out, 300 students out. So 600 students are outside the school. There are 1200 and there are 300. 1500 students are outside the school and there are 300 students outside the school. In one of these, I will give 25%. In one of these, I will give 50%. In one of these, I will give 100% to G. But finally, how many do I want? See, I want there to be 50-50 distribution. There are 2400 kids outside school. So I want there to be 1200 here and 1200 here. So what are the possibilities? Can 100% of this number, can 100% of this number go to G? If I send all 1500 people to government school, it crosses this number. It is not possible. So there are two possibilities. Either it will be 25% of these going to government, or it will be 50% of these going to government. So I have to take two cases. If I take 50% are going to government, that is 750. That is 750. I'm creating another case here. Please observe. Northeast, west, south, 600, 1500, 300. Government, public. How many do I want? I want 1200 and 1200. देखो, there are two possibilities. 100% cannot go to government. वो 1500 क्रॉस कर जाएगा. So I took 50%. अभी I am taking 25%. What is 25%? 1/4. क्या होगा इसका 1/4? 3 times it is 12. 30. 7 times 5. So remaining will be 1125 here. Now can I say अगर 50% आप दे चुके हो, this can be either 100% or 25%. अगर 100% if I give, तो ये 600 क्रॉस कर जाएगा ना इसको. If I add 600 here, it will cross 1300. तो 100% तो वैसे नहीं हो सकता. What is 25%? 25% is 450. 25% is 450. देखो. So what is the addition? What is the addition of these two? The addition of these two is 1200. तो G तो वैसे ही complete हो गया. अभी 100% किसका लोगे? It is not possible to have 100%. Try this. Try this. अरे 25% is 150. 25% is 150. 100% तो नहीं हो सकता. 25% is 150. तो ये आपका हो गया 900 plus 300. ये मैच हो गया आपका परफेक्ट. 100% of these kids are going to government school. Nobody goes to private. 25% is 150. So 450 are going to private. तो 1200 मैच हो गया. ये चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी आपको. This matches here. If I say this is 25%, what are the possibilities? ये 100% होगा तो ये 50% होगा. देखो चेक करो, is it possible? तो ये हो जाएगा 300 और ये हो जाएगा 600, ये हो जाएगा 150. आखिरी में 5 बच गया, आई कैन नॉट मैच 1200। आप यहाँ 50% लोगे, यहाँ 100% लोगे, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो ये 300 हो गया और ये भी 300 हो गया। आई कैन रीच 975, 1200 तो नहीं पहुंचा। तो इज ओनली वन पॉसिबिलिटी, दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी। व्हाट इज दैट पॉसिबिलिटी, व्हाट इज दैट आउटकम? 25% people from northeast who are out of school are going to government schools. 50% of the people from west who are out of school are going to government schools, and 100% of people in south who are out of school are going to government schools. Now, what is the question? What is the number of surveyed kids in government school in W? W में कितने बच्चे हैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में? देखो ये 750 ऐड होने वाले हैं, ये 750 ऐड होने वाले हैं, ये कितने? 4200 kids are here and there are 1050 here. 4200 1050 और कितने ऐड कर दिए आपने? ये 750 ऐड होने वाले हैं गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में। सो दिस इज 00 कैरिडोर 1 0 कैरिडोर 1 6000। 6000 kids now are in government schools in west zone. Look at that table, look at the distribution. There are 750 people additionally being added to government schools. पहले कितने थे? 1050 और 4200 पहले ही थे in government schools. So we are adding to that 750. Clear है? Good. Try this. What percentage of surveyed kids in S whose mothers had dropped out before completing primary education were in G now? How many were in G now? So dropout वाले ये हैं जिनकी मदर्स ने प्राइमरी एजुकेशन ड्रॉप कर दिया था. व्हाट परसेंटेज आर इन जी नाउ? ये कंफर्म है आपको. सी देर आर नो स्टूडेंट्स हियर टू शिफ्ट, देर आर नो स्टूडेंट्स हियर, so these 300 will shift here. Do you remember here? Do you remember we have to add all 300 people from S into G? ये बच्चे जो out of school थे, they need to be added to G. So there are no children in this column. तो 300 कहां से ऐड होगा? That 300 will be added from this. So right now there are 5400 children out of 5700 in 200. That is your question. Right now in the new survey in the southern region, how many children are in G whose mother dropped out? So first table, I need to focus only on first table. So this is cancelled, this is cancelled, 3 se cancel, 18 by 19 into 100. See what answer do you get out of this? 18 by 19 into 100. 94.7%. 94.7%. I will still categorize this as type A set. It's an easy set, doable set. By current CAT standards, this is halwa. बनना चाहिए एग्जाम में. You should be able to solve such a set. You don't have to lose focus. You have to maintain that calculative streak. Answers आएंगे. Now another set, 4 questions. take 6 minutes. Information is on the left side. This is more, I'll say, arrangement and number based reasoning. Very little calculation is involved. So go on, give it a shot. 6 minutes you have. Should I start the solution? Do you guys want to try and solve it for you, or do you guys need 2 more minutes to solve? Yes. So while you read up to the last point of the information, you realize you need to do what? You need to match a city T. T is coming from Munnar, Wayanad, Uti, Darjeeling, Assam, Himachal. City or a region or a state, a place from which the T is originating, with a cup number. Cup number can be from 1 to 6, and you must also match it with the rating. You need to match the rating of each tea, which can be anything from 1 to 10. And cup number 6 contains tea from Himachal. Tea from Uti got the highest rating, but it is not in cup 3. Rating in cup 3 was double the rating of cup 5. Only 2 cups got rating in even numbers. Cup 2 got minimum rating, and this rating was even number. Tea in cup 3 got a higher rating than cup 1. Rating of tea from Wayanad was more than tea from Munnar but less than tea from Assam. So I can assure you, if you see 10 different solutions in 10 different places, you will find 9 of them are drawing a table. What they will do is they'll write down the name of these places: Munnar, Wayanad, Assam, Darjeeling, Uti, and then work with numbers and cup numbers, rating and cup numbers. If this is what you're doing in exam, you are using ancient methods, old methods. These methods should have died down 10 years back, but abhi bhi chal raha hai, what can we say? So what you should rather do is any question that talks about number based rating, or let us say height based or weight based rating or arrangement, you solve it through sequencing. You imagine a sequence of numbers. You don't have to assign numbers. What you can do is there are 6 places. I don't have to write their names. Their names are Munnar, Wayanad, Uti, Darjeeling, Assam, and Himachal. They are they are in the cups numbered 1 to 6, not necessarily in the same order, and the rating is 1 to 10. So I will write down the information here. In the first column, I'm looking for name. Second column, I'm looking for cup number. And third column, I'm looking for rating. I'm imagining the rating increases on the right side and decreases on left side. So lowest rating is left side, highest rating is right side. So rating is my reference variable y. See, there is a discussion of rating here. There's a discussion of rating in third line. There's a discussion of rating in fourth line. Fourth, and that is minimum rating was cup 2, it was even. So everything is talking about rating, rating, rating. So questions should be solved through rating, not their names. You're wasting time if you write down their names. So what does the first sentence tell me? Himachal. I don't know where is Himachal, but wherever Himachal comes, you will have cup number 6 below that. Rating, I do not know. Name on the top, cup then, and then followed by rating. So I'll maintain that order wherever I can. Cup number 6 is Himachal. Ooty got the highest rating. It was not in cup 3. This is going to be Ooty. This is not going to be cup 3. This is not cup 3. Not cup 3. C3. The rating of cup 3 was double the rating of cup 5. Now, what are the numbers that we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You just told me the rating of cup 3 was double the rating of cup 5. So what are the even numbers? 2 is an even number, so it is double of 1. 4 is an even number, it is double of 2. 6 is an even number, it is double of 3. 8 is an even number, it is double of 4. And 10 is an even number, it is double of 5. Here cup 3, I am working with cup 3. Now do you see? Cup 3 cannot be the highest rating. Cup 3 cannot be the highest rating. So cup 3 can never be 10. Cup 3 can never be 10. Cross it off. Forget this. So double kind I've used this data, I've used this data. Only 2 cups got even rating. There are how many numbers? There are 10 numbers. There are going to be 2 numbers even, and there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers odd. Cup 2 got the minimum rating, and that was an even number. So that tells me this is cup 2. This is cup 2. Now minimum even rating could be 2 or 4. It cannot be 6. Understand? Understand this. How many odd numbers do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 odd numbers you have. Out of these 5 odd numbers, you're going to use 4 odd numbers. So if I take 4 as a minimum rating, I lose 2 odd numbers. I cannot lose 2 odd numbers. This proves to me, this tells me 2 has to be the minimum even rating. Please observe, how did I reach that conclusion? Please observe. If I use 4 as a minimum rating of even numbers, I lose the use of 2 odd numbers, 1 and 3. I need to have 4 odd numbers. That tells me I must use the odd numbers 3, 5, 7, and 9. Now, because 10 cannot be a rating, 10 cannot be a rating for the cup 3, which is highest number. It cannot be there. That means highest rating is 9. See how easily I'm negating cases here. Why should the highest rating be 9? Because 10 cannot be the rating of cup 3. Cup 3 has double the rating of 5. Can any other number come above this? Yes, why not? Why can't this number be 10? Let us hold our horses. Let us hold our horses. Let us not jump to the conclusion. This number could also be 10. This number could be 10. But वही वाली बात है. C3 is going to have an even number. C3 is going to have an even number. This is going to have an even number. Even number. If this has an even number, it will be this number here. And it cannot be 10. So chalo, now I can reach the conclusion 9 is the highest rating. Furthermore, one more hint. Can I say C cannot have a rank 2? क्योंकि वो 1 का डबल है. 1 तो यूज ही नहीं हो रहा ना. 1 is not available. तो C can be either 8 or 4 or 6. अब थोड़ा ध्यान देना. थोड़ा और ध्यान देना. Because C must have double the number of 5. This is cup 3. This is cup 3. Can I say cup 5 will be an odd number? This is cup 3, a even number. This is cup 2, a even number. So cup 5 is an odd number. This is even into 2. This is even into 2. This is even into 2. This is not possible. This is even into 2. This is not possible. So only possible ranking is C3 is equal to 6. C5 is equal to 3. देखो समझो इन बातों को. Learn these things, observe these things. Because we have C3 is equal to double of C5 और C5 must be an odd number. देखो ना यहाँ पे what are the possible cases? 5 into 2 हो नहीं सकता and 2 into 4 नहीं हो सकता because C5 becomes even. Not possible. C5 must be odd. The only possibility is this. Now can I say if 2 is the rank, then 3 must be the rank. Then I don't know 5, 7, 9 ka sequence. I don't know that so far. This is going to be 6. So I guess we have all got all the ranks. We have got rank number 2 here. Then according to value, this is 3. Then this is 5. Then this is 6. This is 7. Rank 3 किसका है? Cup 5 का. Rank 6 किसका है? Cup 3 का. These I am sure of. These I have managed to match. Read further. The rating of cup 3 is higher than cup 1. There is one empty spot. Cup 1. So this must be cup 4, cup 6. Cup 4, cup 6. I do not know which is which. Here, cup number 6 contains Himachal ka chai. The only empty space is here, cup number 6, Himachal. This has to be cup number 4, Ooty. This much I am sure of. More hints are given to us. What are the hints? The rating of tea from Wayanad was more than Munnar but less than Assam. Wayanad was more than Munnar but less than Assam. Now there are multiple cases possible. This is Munnar, this is Wayanad, this is Assam. Wayanad, Munnar, Assam. Wayanad, Munnar, Assam. So there are 4 cases possible for these 3. So I cannot assign a name here, 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 and here. There are 4 cases possible. So far, let me know if you understood the even odd ka khel. That is why I call this arrangement plus number based reasoning. Number based reasoning this is. More and more sets in CAT are coming out to be number based reasoning. Let us mark a few answers. I hope you have been able to keep up with this. Confirmation from all. Confirmation from everyone. Good. So this is the matching that we have got so far. These 3 we cannot arrange. These 2 are complete. Himachal, cup number 6, rating 7. Ooty, cup number 4, rating 9. These are confirmed. Others we can move around. What was the second highest rating given? Second highest rating given was 7. What was the number of cup that contain tea from Ooty? So number of cup that contain tea from Ooty is 4. Cup 4. So you have to simply type 4 and submit. You don't have to type CU. Type 4 and submit the answer. Type 7 and submit the answer. Theta questions. Now it says if there's a if based condition. If Munnar did not get the minimum rating, what was the rating of tea from Wayanad? Munnar is not minimum. Munnar is not here. That means Munnar must be here. This must be Wayanad. This must be SM. Now, is the question about cup number or is the question about rating? Rating of tea. Wayanad, rating of tea is 5. Wayanad, the rating of tea is 5. That is specific to this particular problem. That is specific to this particular arrangement. You cannot carry forward this in the next question. Munar cannot be the least, so Munar has to be this one because there are two above that, Wayanad and Assam. Two are above Munar, so Munar is this, Wayanad, Assam. Now it says if the cup containing teas from Wayanad and Ooty had consecutive numbers. See, cup numbers are consecutive. Cup numbers. Cup containing tea from Wayanad and Ooty have consecutive numbers. Which of the following may be true? One of them is may be true. That means three options must be definitely false. One is may be true, can be true. The other three must be false. What is the cup of Ooty? Ooty cup number is 4. Ooty cup number is 4. I want Wayanad to have a consecutive number. That means Wayanad could be either 3 or Wayanad could be cup 5 consecutive. See, if I keep Wayanad here, this becomes Munnar, and Assam can be any one of these. It is possible. It is possible. But if I offer cup number 3 to Wayanad, if I keep Wayanad cup here, Assam there is no space for. Assam I have no space for. So Ooty consecutive numbers are 3 and 5. 3 number I cannot give to Wayanad. If I give 3 number to Wayanad, that creates a problem that Assam cannot be filled in the table. So the only possible condition so far, outcome so far that is available is this becomes Wayanad, this becomes Munnar, this can be Assam, or this can be I guess Darjeeling is the name missing. This can be Darjeeling, this can be Assam. These two can interchange. See, Assam is above Wayanad. How much above we do not know. It could be consecutive Wayanad, Assam. It could be Wayanad, Darjeeling, Assam. Multiple possibilities are there. So what are we looking for? Which of the following may be true? Cup number 5 contains tea from Assam. Cup number 5 is fixed. It is Wayanad. It is false. It is a false statement. Cup 1 contains tea from Darjeeling. It is possible. It is possible that Darjeeling comes here and occupies cup number 1. It's possible. ये पूछ रहा आपसे can be true. तो बाकियों को false कर देते. Let us complete this whole thing. The tea from Wayanad got a rating of 6. Is Wayanad getting a rating 6? No, it is not. The tea from Darjeeling got the minimum rating. Is Darjeeling getting a minimum rating? Is this Darjeeling? No. So which one may be true, can be true, might be true? Option B. Can be true, might be true, may be true. Moving on from this. Chalo. Chalo. So a complete set is there in front of you on the screen. 4 questions. Solve. This is missing data set. And again, you will have to apply number-based reasoning. Take 6 to 8 minutes and solve. So while you read, you realize people were asked to select some subjects, and later on they change their subjects electives, and some hints are given how many students were there initially, finally, and so on and so forth. So while you read, you'll realize you have to work with lot of numbers. If I have to categorize this level wise, if I see there are three levels A, B, C, I'll say this is level B. Not a very advanced set, but you have to deal with lot of numbers and repeatedly check values. There were 7 elective courses, E1 to E7, running in a specific term in a college. Each of 300 students enrolled had chosen just one elective among the given 7. So I expect there to be 300 people in this chart who have selected some elective among the 7. However, before the start of the term, E7 was withdrawn as the instructor concerned had left the college. The students who had opted for E were allowed to join any of the remaining electives. Also, the students who had chosen other electives were given one chance to change their choice. This is going to lead to mayhem. There are going to be people who will switch subjects. The table below captures the movement of students from one elective to another during the process. The movement from one elective to same elective simply means no movement. Some numbers in the table got accidentally erased. However, it is known that these were either 0 or 1. These empty slots, these empty spaces, these are either 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. Now, what does this mean? In E1, there are 9 people who are going to stay in E1. From E1, 5 people went to E2. From E1, 10 people went to E3. From E1, 1 person went to E4. 4 people went to E5. And 2 people went to E6. And if you look at this, if I read this column, these 5 number are coming from E1. These 34 number decided to stay. They are from E2, they stay in E2. These 6 people are coming from E3. So if you look vertically, you are going to get the final number of students who are there in the elective. If you look horizontal, you will get the initial number of people who are there in the particular subject. Listen to the language. Listen to the language. Horizontal is if you add all, if you somehow add all these numbers, you add all these numbers, that is the initial number of people who are there in E7. If you add all these numbers vertically, you add all these numbers, that is the final number of people who are there in ES. At the end of all the reshuffling, how many people are there is the vertical addition. How many people were there is the horizontal addition. And what questions do we have? What is the change? What is the actual number of people, initial or final? And you see, none of these is not there. None of these is not there among the choices, cannot be determined, is not there among the choices. That means you should be able to complete the table. Table complete hoega. So will you have to copy this table on a piece of paper, rough work? Yes. I would say you add one more column here to the right side. Talking about initial numbers, you add one more column below, one more row below, talking about final number of people in these subjects. So let me start solving this for you. Now, you see, some more hints are given to you. Before I go into any of these hints, there is a reason. There is a reason that this complete column has been given to you. This complete row has been given to you. Otherwise, there will be some data missing here as well. Don't add everything in every row column. What people do is they try to add these numbers and see what we get here. ये तो बदलेगा ना based upon these numbers. ये बदलेगा ना. Don't write this down. Add these. 9 plus 5, 14 plus 10, 24, 24, 25, 29, 31. Leave it there. Leave it there. Don't worry. 4 plus 16, 20 plus 30, 50, 55, 60, 60 plus this 1, 0, 1. Add these vertically, add these vertically. 5 plus 34, 39, 45, 48, 53, 60, and this is 76. As a whole, I want you to do one more thing. Add all these numbers which are visible to you. Add all these numbers which are visible to you and tell me the outcome. Tell me what is the outcome. I want to write it here. How many numbers are given to me? I'll write it here. Go ahead, use a calculator. Add all the visible numbers on the table. Add all these numbers. Tell me the sum. Preferably use a calculator so you don't miss any number. कोई miscalculation ना हो जाए. Add all these numbers. I'm also adding these numbers along with you guys. There are 292 numbers right now completely in the table. Because there were 300 children, nobody is leaving the school or college. They are simply switching. I'm going to have 8 more numbers. And you see how many blanks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There are 12 blanks. That means I'm going to have 8 ones and I'm going to have 4 zeros in the table. This gives me a clarity. By having an overall outlook, by having a total sum here, this gives me a clarity. I need to add 8 more numbers in this table. And out of these 8 numbers, there are 12 blanks, 12 blanks. So 8 ones I'm going to add here and 4 zeros I'm going to add. So let me go for hints further. ऐसा check already कर लेना बेटा. You get an idea about parity कितना आने वाला है, what is going to be there. So now let me go for these hints. Before the change process, there were 6 more students in E1 than E4. रुक जाओ, रुक जाओ. In E1, there are 6 more people than E4. E4 से 6 लोग ज्यादा हैं. This must be 25. This must be 25. अभी चेक कर लो. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 4, 19 plus 4, 23. That is 23. I need 2 more numbers. तो ये हो गया 1 and 1. तो मेरे 2 1 चले गए, 6 बचे हैं. I need to work with 6 ones. But after reshuffle, there were in E4, there were 3 more students than E1. After means final. Here there are many empty slots. I do not know what I will have here. Whatever number I have here, here I will have n plus 3. It clearly says that. ये clearly बोल रहा है मुझे यहाँ पे that after reshuffle there were 3 more people in E4 as compared to E1. So I'm writing n here and I'm writing n plus 3 here. I've completely drained this information. The number of students in E2 increased by 30 after the change process. So initial value of E2 plus 30 is equal to final value. Kiska? E2. Look at this number. You have this number? No. You have this number? Yes. This number is 30 more. That means this number must be 46. That is why you were given the complete column here. You were given a complete row here. You have hints connecting that. Now let us add these numbers. This is 34 plus 8, 42. 42 plus 2, 44 plus 2, 46. It is already 46. That means ये दोनों क्या हो जाएंगे? These two will become zeros. तो आपके 2 zeros कम हो गए यहां से. You need to work with 2 zeros and 6 ones further. तो ये हमने completely use कर लिया. We have completely utilized the data. Before the change process, E2 had 2 more students than E6. रुको यहाँ पे. E2 में 2 बच्चे ज्यादा थे as compared to E6. E4 में ये E4 के बच्चे हैं, ये 2 ज्यादा है E6. This must be 23. This must be 23. एक बार इनको ऐड कर लेते हैं. Let's see what happens. 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 2 12 plus 9, 12 plus 9 21. देखो 2 empty spots हैं. I already have 21. मेरे को 23 करना है. This has to be 1. This has to be 1. तो 2 1 और कम हो गए. I need 4 ones and I need 2 zeros by now. चलो. While E2 had 10 more students than E3. जो E2 है, E2 had 10 more students than E3. ये क्या है? Before the change. Before. Change होने से पहले. Before. ये 10 बच्चे ज्यादा लेके चल रहे हैं. This will be 36. Let us add this number. These numbers. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus this. This is 33, 35. I have 35. अभी 35 है. I need one more number. So if this is 1, ये 0 हो जाएगा. If this is 0, ये 1 हो जाएगा. There are 2 outcomes so far. I do not know which one will play out. थोड़ा छोटा छोटा लिखते हैं क्योंकि एक्चुअल नंबर भी आएगा. तो let me use boundaries here, borders here. ये 0 या 1 है. This is 1 और 0. 36 मैच हो गया. Now do you remember that total students are 300? Total students, all of them are 300. So you see vertically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number है. This is missing. So once you subtract this from 300, once you subtract the other numbers from 300, so you can find the missing value. 300 students minus the first number is 31, minus 46, minus 36, minus 25, and minus 23. Or last number is 101. That means this number must be 38. This number must be 38. तो मेरे पास अभी 5 यहां पर है, 30 यहां पर है. I need 3 more numbers. कितने empty slots है देखो? 1, 2, 3 and 4. इन 4 में से 3 places will be 1 and one of them will be 0. I do not know which one will be what. किधर क्या आएगा? I have no idea. Now listen to my language. Listen to me solve this. This hint we have not been able to use. बाकी सारा hint आपने सब ने छोड़ दिया है, सब आपने यूज कर लिया है. This we have not been able to use so far. What is the addition till now? 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 1 12, 12 plus 1 12 plus 1 13 plus 4 17. मेरे पास अभी फिलहाल ये 17 है. यहाँ पे 1 आ सकता है. I do not know. 1 आएगा तो it will become 18. मुझे कितना ज्यादा चाहिए? 3 more चाहिए. 3 more. अभी थोड़ा ध्यान देना. What is the addition? 1. ये 1 है कि 0? I don't know. Forget this. I don't know this. What is this? I don't know. 1 plus 14 15. 1 plus 14 15. 15 plus 1 16. 16 plus 5 21. मेरी बात सुनना. It is 21 already. It is 21. अगर मैं यहां पर और यहां पर ऐड करूंगा ये और ज्यादा हो जाएगा. It will become further larger number. और यहां पर I am stuck with 17. Maximum I can have is 18. देखो, it is already 3 more. Can I say इसका मतलब this has to be 18? ये 18 से ऊपर जा भी नहीं सकता. There's only one empty slot here. There's only one empty slot here. Already the addition is 17. There are 2 empty slots here. Addition is already 21. That means अगर ये already 21 है और ये 18 से ऊपर जा नहीं सकता, that means this has to be 1. तो ये जाकर 18 बनेगा. This has to be 21. If this is 21, that means this must be 0 and 0. आपके पास दो जीरो थे, आपने दोनों फिट कर दिए. दैट मीन दिस हैज टू बी वन, दिस हैज टू बी वन, दिस हैज टू बी वन, एवरी अदर ब्लैंक हैज टू बी वन, क्योंकि आपके चार जीरो थे, एक, दो, तीन और चार, चारों फिट हो गए. दैट मीन्स नाउ यू शुड बी एबल टू आंसर एवरीथिंग. 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 25, 43, 45, 46, 49, so 79. 4 plus 2, 6, 7, 8, 38, 40, 45. 2, 2, 2, 6 plus 4, 10, 11, 20, 61. You have completed the whole table. You have found out missing gaps, missing data. Complete the table. Let me know you have taken care of all these numbers, missing data. Comment done so we can go to questions. Confirmation from everyone. Good. So now this is the same table that I had created for you earlier. Three of the questions have no new conditions, so you should have your answer directly. This is now complete 300. How many elective courses among E1 to E6 had a decrease in their enrollments after the change process? So E1 to E6, how many had a decrease? There were initially 31, there are finally 18. There is a decrease, yes. Initially there were 46, finally there are 76. Is that a decrease? No. Is this a decrease? No. This is 36. This is 36. Decrease? No. 25 to 21 decrease? Yes. 38 to 45 decrease? No. 23 to 61 decrease? No. So even to E6, how many showed decrease? How many had decrease? Only E1 and E4. There are two electives which exhibit a final decrease in the enrollment or student count. After the change process, which of the following is the current sequence of students from E1 to E6? E1 is 18, E2 is 76, 18, 76, these are gone. Then 79 seems correct, then 21, then 21. This is the correct sequence. This is gone. You have to simply observe what is the sequence: 18, 76, 79, 21, 45, 61. This seems like the correct sequence. That seems like the correct sequence. After the change process, which course among E1 to E6 had the largest change in the enrollment as a percentage? Be careful. Largest change as a percentage of its original enrollment. We don't want the absolute change. We want the percentage change. And the names given are E1. There are initially 31 people. Finally, there are 18. So what is the change? Change is 13 by 31. Leave it there. Ye E1. This is E1. Leave it there. I'm looking for larger percentage change. E2. What is E2? It is 46. What has it become? It has become 76. So what is the growth? 30 by 46. Leave it there. बाद में आते हैं इस पे. This is E2. E3. What is E3 here? E3 is 36. 36. It has become how much? It has become 79. What is the growth? 43 growth on 36. Can I say out of the three choices that I have, the numerator is more than denominator? The numerator is less, the numerator is less. तो ये छोटे होंगे ना? When the numerator is less than denominator, these are less than 1, these are less than 1. ये 1 से बड़ा है ना? The numerator is more. So far E3 is larger than the other two. And where are we now? We are at E6. E6 was 23. It has become 61. कितना growth है? 39 upon 23. That is E6. Now you have many ways to compare ratios. आप अगर compare नहीं करना चाहते, you directly divide both. Whichever is the larger is the answer. Because I have written change value. The numerator is by default change value. So what do I have here? 43 divided by 36. This is 1.194. And what do I have? 39 divided by 26. I have 1.5. Which one seems larger? 1.5 seems larger. So if the question was what is the growth? There is 150% growth. The growth in E6 is 150%, which is the highest. What is the growth in E3? It is 119.2%, 119.4%. We have dealt with percentages, ratios in a lot of detail earlier. So that should not be a problem. So we have answered the first three questions, which are direct questions based upon the table. Now a new data is given. Later, the college imposed a condition that if after the change of electives, the enrollment in any elective other than E7 dropped less than 20, all the students who had left that elective will be required to re-enroll in that elective. मतलब 20 से कम बच्चों को नहीं पढ़ाएंगे. If the students go below 20, people who left have to come back. Which of the following is the correct sequence of electives in the decreasing order? Decreasing means maximum to minimum. So see, this is the one जो कि 20 से कम हो गया है. E1 20 से कम हो गया है. So now what will happen is सबको बोलेंगे वापस आओ, सबको बोलेंगे वापस आओ. That means E1 is going to become again 31 क्योंकि शुरू में 31 था. You are going to ask everyone to come back, come back, come back. So it is going to become 31. तो ये जो 5 है, ये जो 5 गया था, ये कम हो जाएगा. ये जो 10 गया था छोड़ के, ये कम हो जाएगा. This is what is happening. People have to come back to even. ये 1 वापस आ जाएगा, ये कम हो जाएगा 1. ये 4 वापस आ जाएगा 41. ये 2 वापस आ जाएगा 59. This is your total strength of electives E1, E2, E3, E4, E5 and E6. E7 तो 0 हो चुका है. There is nobody in E7. The teacher has left. Now the question is, what is the decreasing order? So do you see the highest one is this E2. फिर कौन है E3. फिर कौन है E6. So which option says E2, E3, E6? ये रहा E2, E3, E6. यहाँ पर है क्या E2, E3, E6? No. यहाँ पर है क्या E2, E3, E6? No. यहाँ पर है क्या? No. तो इसमें आंसर आ गया अपना. Others you can arrange later on. Next is E5. Next is E1 and next is E4. Absolutely. The descending order, decreasing order is answer option A. If the strength goes below 20, you will have to recall those students that you have to come back and rejoin the elective. That's it for today. Good night, guys. Whatever doubts you're coming across, questions you're coming across, any section, post in the group. Let others also try. I've shared one very good number-based reasoning set today in the common group. Give it a shot. Let me know if you reach an answer.